welcome everybody. So I know that a live was not anticipated, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, hey, this did something that I was not ready. Let's see. It says live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. Oh, cool. So I've got a new thing here. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but at any rate, I'm just going to jump right in and say it's no surprise to anybody at this point that Keto Chow came up with two new things. They're savory flavors. So they've got a baked potato flavor and a cream of mushroom. Now, it was not slated to launch so until February 7th, but they released it early. And so we're going to at least make one recipe right now. Hey, Sharon. So, oh, on the treadmill. Oh, yeah, that sounds painful. I'm going to test this, you guys. I don't know if it's going to... This is interesting. Hey, Brenda. Nice to see you. It says fun flavors. Looking forward to the new recipe. Yeah, so I've done some prepare ahead things here, and like I said, I think most people will have to catch replay because I didn't announce this and all of that fun stuff. But what I have done in my pan is taken a couple slices of thick sliced bacon and a quarter of an onion and sauteed it up. That's step one. Step two is remembering to take my other slices out of the oven because I cooked some to have for the topper or on the side. When I say thick, I mean thick. Look at that bacon. It is fat. So important. From there, then what I'm going to do here is show you a few things with my Keto Chow. What we've done is, since I've got this going, I've also got garlic. Then I've got 20 ounces of broth. You'll notice one is in a blender cup, and then the other part, the other 10, is just in a measuring cup. We'll explain why. The other thing that I have is daikon radish. This is what I chose to use, and I'm sure that I am no exception to the rule of all of the people who are going to be releasing potato soup recipes. I think Serious Keto already put his out like on right after the early announcement. But what I did was I chose daikon radish, and before this live stream and all my fun stuff with Verizon, I'm upgrading phones, I simmered this for about 15 minutes in some beef broth. That changes the texture a bit and also gives it a little bit more of that potato-y sort of flavor. I chose daikon radish because it's a little bit sweeter on the back end, and it's while it still has some radish texture, it's not as watery of a texture as the red radish that we like to use in stews. So, but we want to use our bacon fat to also layer in a little bit of that extra flavor into our radish. The beef broth kind of infuses the daikon with a bit of a more savoriness to it that carries it quite a long ways. Also here, let's add our garlic. Adjust your garlic to your liking. You know, most recipes will say like 1 or 2 cloves, and as per usual, I'm like, it's 6. Because I like garlic, and I think that it's a critical flavor agent in most recipes. So once I get the daikon radish going with that bacon and the already very caramelized onion, which, by the way, yes, you want them to be very caramelized. Let's see. Oh, Brenda says she's looking forward to trying the flavors, and I bet the house smells amazing right now. It does. And, of course, anytime you cook bacon and onions, everything smells amazing for an awesome amount of time. So now that I've got this going, and this is going to be, so like I said, really simple. Bacon, steeped radish, onion, garlic. Now we're going to add a couple more ingredients. First, we want to get regular stock in here. And it's just chicken bone broth. There's nothing that over exciting about it. But you get that so that everything can start heating up and coming together. Like I said, I promise easy peasy. Also, like I am the second day in a row waited too long to eat, and I am like on that verge of hangry. So we're not going to be here very long. I guess most people will catch replay, but good enough. But like I said, get this going, get the heat going, and then we're going to have some unpleasant noise because here's the next step. We've got our chicken stock or bone broth. Oops, that's the mushroom. The potato. This is a critical thing. And I think what you're going to find is that a lot of people are going to want to thicken a whole bunch their potato soup. So there'll be a variety of uses of gums and cheeses and other textures like that. And we're going for a not quite as thick. Also, you'll see a lot of people are going to blend. I'm going for a chunkier textured potato soup. I have, as I mentioned on a couple of the others, and by the way, it's not going to be watery or anything. I'm just saying not as thick as some of the other recipes will be. Set that to the side. But I digress. I lost track. So once we get this going, we've got this. And yes, my chicken stock is cold. And then here's like an unpleasant sound. We've got to blend, which means that a certain small dog is going to flip his lid. So we'll have some wild barking for a minute. And probably you could shake it, but I find blending helps give it a little bit of a lift. So just a second. All right. It's done. You don't have to alert me no more. I don't know why, but he like really flips out over the blender. Or even worse, if you leave the door on the fridge open too long while you're tidying or stuff. Oh my gosh. Want to set a dog off crazy. Them three little beeps telling you the door's been open too long. Insane. So now that I've got this simmered, it is at a nice, lovely temperature. I'm going to lower it down. It smells so nice. And two things, the last few bits here, black pepper. And for me, black pepper is a critical ingredient in any kind of potato-y type soup. And I like a lot of black pepper, more than other people. So I've got like about a tablespoon. Ground it up, and I'm going to put that in and let that get into the liquid. And the reason we blend this is to help with the emulsion. Because we're not blending the total of the soup. But we're going to just let this go for a minute. So, and now I start taking my Keto Chow, and we're just going to slowly work it in. It makes it much easier to bring it all together if you do it a little bit at a time. Versus just glopping in the whole thing. So you want to continue stirring and mixing. So it just takes a couple minutes. So, gosh, I was hoping that more people will be able to join us on a Saturday morning, but you know what? I've hit the prime time when people go out shopping and all of that other stuff. So it'll be an interesting replay, right? Hey, Attila. He also pre-barks for the blender. Oh yes, if he knows you're going to blend ahead of time, he'll start freaking out and barking a lot. We call it pre-barking. Hey, Attila. So Attila's got our car in the shop, and I'm just wondering how's that going? You still waiting patiently? Otherwise, like I said, and I should mention that unless you are like really, really hungry and looking for a large quantity of soup, and this is 2 servings. So duly noted, because we've added the other things. Otherwise, you might worry about like the carbohydrate count. Should tell you that these soups while this is just coming to temperature is, oh, I tore the top part with the main info, but it's 5 total carbs, and then your daikon radish is like another 10. So honestly, if you were just eating meat or, throughout the rest of the day and not having lots of carbs, I guess you could eat the whole thing, but you'd be very full. So let's see. Let me set this aside for a second, and I pulled this out. Yeah, and it's just your standard keto chow, 126 calories for the powder mix. So all good. Let's see. Oh, Brenda says their pup hates the compressor. Attila wants to know if he can have soup when he gets home. I don't know, maybe. I'm really hungry. Let me just tell you. And I'm about, I've had it up to here with Verizon. Please note that they have not confirmed our order for brand new phones, but they sure did take the money from my checking account, because there's always upfront cost when you do these things, even for free phones that aren't free at all. But I did get a pretty good deal, and we were due. So, all right. So here's my soup. I could let it, and I want you to know, like I said, it's thinner. Like, it's not globular. It's not going to stand up. But if you can see, when I'm going through it, it clears the path to the bottom of the skillet and stays for just a minute before it fills back in. So it's basically, it's like a nice gravy texture, and it has like the chunks and everything like you would get from a potato soup. In this case, a radish potato flavored soup. I did not add extra salt because bacon and bacon grease is salty, and the beef stock is salty, our chicken stock is salty. It's salty, salty, salty. And even for someone like me, and it's much easier to add additional salt. Keto Chow has a good amount of salt in it. So there we go. And of course, let me just turn off the heat and get myself a spoon. You might wonder what's going to make this special compared to other soups. Like, why would you have this one? It's coming. There's still more. Oops. I spilled soup on my mouse, you guys. That's not a good thing. But I'll get myself a couple good scoops here so I can show you this. Well, we'll finish it off first. Just serving it. Like I said, easy peasy. Didn't take very long. Even if you add in the cutting up of stuff beforehand, you need a little bit more. But I do think that you need to cook some of the bacon in with the soup. Set this aside. Let me get a paper towel to clean my mouse. Can't leave it like that. All right, so here are my last 2 ingredients. Instead of cheddar, I've gone with Gouda. I shredded up our Gouda cheese this morning, and we just want to put that, boom, right on top. So, and then I'm going to take a little bit of this bacon, and I'm just going to put a couple of the crunchy bits on top here, just for a little bit of an extra texture, because the bacon from the saute pan that's been put in the broth, it's going to flavor everything up, but it doesn't have that same crisp texture. And then our last ingredient, this, oh, you guys, I love my stuff. This is Don Chilio jalapeno chili crisp. And a lot of times we don't get chili crisp products because the oils are not good, and you have to make your own. But here, this particular brand has jalapenos, olive oil, salt, and spices. So this chili crisp is perfection as a nice little topper. Let me just sprinkle some on. Oh, I love me some crispy, crunchy jalapenos. Let me get some of the jalapeno oil in there, the olive oil that's been infused. Sprinkle that around. And before Shauna asks, Yes, it's a little spicy, but it's not super spicy. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I think you could eat it, but it's subtle because it gets hot later. But for I don't have a good skew for it. I'm like, I want to say it's not spicy, but I'm worried, like, because we almost killed her with a piece of cheese once with a habanero in the cheese. And let me just bring this around so you can see it up close. What am I doing? Spilling soup. So there you go, the finished soup product. And of course, let's eat it. Get myself some good stuff. I'm sorry, I'm going to bring you a picture on the spoon. There you go. So you can see that lovely glisten from the bacon grease and the keto chow. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Okay. Full transparency. It is still radish, but it tastes heavenly. And I'm just going to be honest, like everybody's going to tell you, oh, it's just like potato, whether they use red radishes, rutabaga, turnip, or even parsnip. I will tell you the truth. It's delicious. It's amazing. And honestly, the soup base does have a really good potato-y flavor, but radishes, turnips, rutabagas, they all fill a potato roll. They are not 100% potato flavor. So be aware. Don't go in expecting that you're getting that fingerling potato deliciousness or that russet flavor in there. You're going to get close, but you're still going to have that little bit of the sweetness and that light radish coming into the mix. Don't get me wrong. Fantastic. And by the way, I wasn't sure. Oh, you guys. Don't you hate when you do that? You drop your spoon in there. So I was not sure. I was like, I don't know. I really like the savory chicken. Do I need to order more soup? And the answer, just from this dish alone, is like 100%. A while back, I published my personal cream of mushroom soup, you know, using the powdered dehydrated mushroom to flavor my broth, and then bringing fresh mushrooms into the mix. Um, it's really good, but I'm wondering if I might want to update it to make a nice mushroom soup using the Keto Chow for the nutritional benefits. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. So there you go. There is our there is the geeky version of the loaded potato soup. Go for the Gouda. All right, you guys have a great day, and I hope more people catch the replay, and I will see you all tomorrow night on Sunday Night Coffee Talk, where I have a cool product to share with you guys. So I will talk to you later. Bye bye.